This is the year 2125. Humanity's insatiable curiosity and unyielding desire to push beyond its terrestrial limits has finally culminated in the boldest venture yet, colonizing the mysterious liquid methane and ethane oceans of Titan, Saturn's largest moon. The project, codenamed Project Thalassa, is humanity's next giant leap to transform a hostile alien seascape into a cradle for a new civilization beneath an orange-tinged, hazy sky. Aboard the state-of-the-art interplanetary vessel Abyssal Dawn, a fleet of 2,500 colonists leaves Earth behind. With a blend of nuclear fusion propulsion and advanced gravimetric drive systems, the Abyssal Dawn departs from low Earth orbit, heading for Saturn with unmatched precision, its mission to rendezvous with Titan's orbit and deploy specialized submersible habitats to descend into the moon's vast hydrocarbon seas. At precisely on a crisp autumn morning at the Kennedy Space Complex, the Abyssal Dawn ignited its fusion drive, a marvel of 22nd century engineering. Over a span of 20 days, the vessel accelerated gently under 1G, using meticulously calculated burns to steer it along a hyperbolic trajectory toward Saturn. The spacecraft's exterior was clad in layers of self-healing, radiation-shielding composite materials engineered to withstand the cosmic rigors of deep space travel. As the ship cleared Earth's gravity well, the colonists, scientists, engineers, and pioneers from diverse backgrounds, watched as their home receded into the distance, replaced by the boundless canvas of the cosmos. During the long journey through interplanetary space, onboard systems maintained a steady cadence of life support and artificial gravity generated by a continuous, slow spin of the habitat ring. Over the course of 18 months, the crew experienced a seamless transition from Earth's familiar rhythms to the quiet hum of space. Daily briefings kept morale-high updates on navigational corrections, insights into the latest scientific data about Titan's atmosphere, and personal logs recounting dreams of forging a new world among the methane seas. In the vessel's observation deck, an enormous transparent dome reinforced by graphene-based composites, the colonists marveled at the vast tapestry of stars. They discussed in hushed tones the surreal beauty of nebulae and the distant glimmers of galaxies far beyond their reach. It was in these moments that the collective sense of purpose grew ever stronger. Here, on the threshold of a new frontier, every heartbeat echoed the promise of rebirth and exploration. After nearly 2 years of travel, the Abyssal Dawn entered the Saturnian system. Titan loomed large against the dark expanse, its opaque orange atmosphere swirling with mysteries. Automated sensor arrays and human-guided analysis provided a detailed profile of Titan's environment, a dense atmosphere rich in nitrogen and methane, with lakes and vast seas composed primarily of liquid hydrocarbons. The colonists reviewed every bit of data with scientific fervor. Titan was not Earth, but its unique properties held the key to an entirely new form of human adaptation. As the ship approached Titan's orbit, a series of complex maneuvers began. The Abyssal Dawn deployed its Titan orbital module, a detachable craft designed to perform a delicate atmospheric insertion. Over the course of 15 days, this module decelerated and executed a series of thruster burns to match Titan's orbit. The module's heat shield, engineered with an ablative composite similar to Earth's re-entry vehicles but optimized for cold, corrosive environments, glowed softly as it began its descent through Titan's thick, hazy skies. At an altitude of 120 kilometers above Titan's surface, the orbital module jettisoned its protective aeroshell. With a controlled descent aided by retro-propulsion and aerodynamic fins, the module penetrated the dense methane clouds. Inside, the colonists gathered in the command center, their eyes fixed on the holographic displays mapping the impending touchdown site. A vast, gently undulating plain on the shore of Kraken Mare Titan's largest ocean. The landing was executed with meticulous precision. The module touched down on a platform specially reinforced to handle the unique pressures of Titan's cryogenic environment. Once secured, the habitat deployment sequence began. Robotic arms, extending like the tentacles of a futuristic octopus, unfolded prefabricated modules that would form the backbone of the ocean colony. These modules, constructed from a blend of ultralight titanium alloys and carbon nanotube matrices, were designed to float on the liquid hydrocarbon surface while withstanding the sub-zero temperatures. Within days of landing, the first structures rose above the methane sea's undulating surface. The colony, dubbed New Thalassa, consisted of interconnected domes and corridors, each pressurized and insulated to maintain Earth-like conditions inside. Transparent aluminum windows allowed colonists to peer out into the alien twilight, where Titan's hazy orange glow provided a constant reminder of their new home. Inside these domes, artificial gravity was maintained through a subtle rotational system, a far cry from the high-G spin of the abyssal dawn, but perfectly calibrated for long-term habitation in a low-gravity environment. In the central command dome, a massive digital display tracked every aspect of the colony's status: oxygen levels, thermal regulation, resource consumption, and even the minute chemical composition of the local seas. Engineers monitored the integrity of the hulls and the operation of the specialized submersible vehicles that would explore Krakenmare's depths. These vehicles, nicknamed Nereids after the mythological sea nymphs, were equipped with advanced sonar, adaptive lighting, and robotic manipulators designed to collect samples from the enigmatic, hydrocarbon-rich seabed. Make the background music dark. The initial phase of colonization was dedicated to setting up the essential infrastructure for a self-sustaining society. Hydroponic farms, modified to grow genetically engineered crops capable of thriving in Titan's subdued light and nutrient-poor soils, sprouted within climate-controlled biomes. These vertical gardens, interspersed with algae cultivators that processed methane into oxygen, became the backbone of the colony's food supply. Scientists collaborated with biotechnologists to adapt Earth flora to Titan's conditions, resulting in hybrid plants that glowed faintly in the dim light, their bioluminescence a testament to human ingenuity. The colony's water systems were equally advanced. Titan's surface was dominated by liquid methane and ethane, but beneath these alien seas lay reservoirs of water ice. Geothermal drills and nuclear-powered reactors worked in tandem to extract water, purify it, and integrate it into the colony's closed-loop recycling systems. Waste products were converted into fuel, nutrients, or building materials through an intricate network of bioreactors and chemical processing units. Every resource was accounted for, every system was interdependent. Cultural life began to take root even as the engineers labored tirelessly. Community centers, theaters, and museums celebrated Earth's heritage while also embracing the novelty of their new existence. Virtual reality hubs allowed colonists to experience recreations of terrestrial environments, from sunlit meadows to ancient cityscapes, providing both comfort and a reminder of their origins. Meanwhile, schools and research institutes fostered a spirit of inquiry, encouraging the next generation to push the boundaries of human knowledge and creativity. As days turned into weeks, the colonists faced the harsh realities of their alien home. Titan's surface temperature hovered around -180 degrees Celsius, and its dense atmosphere reduced solar irradiance to a mere fraction of what was experienced on Earth. To counter these challenges, the colony's architects implemented advanced thermal insulation, while the energy harvesting systems, powered by both nuclear fusion and harnessed geothermal gradients, ensured a stable supply of heat and electricity. In the underwater labs, marine biologists studied Titan's indigenous lifeforms. Though no macroscopic creatures had been detected, microbial life thrived in the nutrient-rich, chemically active waters below. Specialized laboratories, pressurized and temperature-regulated, allowed scientists to culture and analyze these extremophiles. The hope was that understanding Titan's unique biochemistry could unlock secrets to life's resilience and evolution, and perhaps even provide clues to new forms of sustainable energy or medicine. The colonists also grappled with the challenge of adapting their own biology to Titan's environment. Prolonged exposure to the moon's weak gravity and extreme cold necessitated medical monitoring and innovative therapies. Geneticists and physiologists developed personalized treatments to bolster bone density and cardiovascular health, ensuring that each colonist could thrive in conditions that were far removed from the familiar pull of Earth's gravity. Routine medical examinations were conducted in specialized clinics, and every citizen's genetic data was continuously monitored to optimize long-term health outcomes. Once the primary colony was operational, the next phase of the mission began: the exploration and colonization of Titan's vast, uncharted oceans. The Nereid submersibles, now operating in fleets, descended into the dark, liquid expanse of Kraken Mare. Each vessel was equipped with sophisticated mapping systems and environmental sensors capable of withstanding pressures and chemical corrosiveness, previously thought unmanageable. In one landmark expedition, a team of explorers piloted a modified Nereid to the deepest region of Kraken Mare. Their objective was to collect core samples from the seabed, where ancient organic compounds and frozen volatiles lay undisturbed for millennia. As the submersible's powerful lights pierced the inky darkness, the explorers marveled at the alien landscape below: undulating fields of hydrocarbon ice, peculiar crystalline structures, and the faint bioluminescent glow of unknown microbial communities. The data returned from these dives revolutionized the colonists' understanding of Titan's geology and chemistry. Detailed maps of underwater currents, thermal vents, and resource deposits allowed the colony's engineers to design a network of underwater habitats. These habitats, anchored to the ocean floor by massive, magnetically stabilized pylons, were interconnected by pressurized transit tubes. In these subaqueous outposts, researchers established remote laboratories, data centers, and even recreational areas where the colonists could experience the alien beauty of Titan's underwater realm firsthand. Back on New Thalassa, as the population steadily increased from the initial 2,500 pioneers to nearly 4,000 over the first 5 years, a robust governance system emerged to ensure equitable resource distribution and social cohesion. The governing council, elected from a cross-section of the colony's brightest minds and most trusted community leaders, instituted a series of protocols to manage everything from environmental control to cultural affairs. Strict guidelines on reproduction, resource usage, and conflict resolution were implemented, drawing lessons from centuries of Earth's history. The colony's culture evolved organically as well. Art, music, and literature began to reflect the unique experience of life on Titan. Poets wrote of the methane seas of memory and the ethereal twilight of Saturn's rings, while visual artists captured the interplay of light and shadow beneath the translucent domes. Annual festivals celebrated both Titan's alien wonders and the enduring spirit of humanity. One such event, the Festival of the First Light, commemorated the day the colony's orbital module had touched down on Titan, a symbolic rebirth for those daring enough to embrace the unknown. Schools in New Thalassa took on a dual mission to educate children in the classical sciences and humanities of Earth, and to immerse them in the realities of their new home. Curricula included courses on exobiology, astroengineering, and the intricate art of maintaining closed-loop ecosystems. Young minds were encouraged to innovate, ensuring that each generation would contribute to the colony's evolution and the eventual terraforming of Titan's oceans into sustainable habitats. A key challenge for the colonists was maintaining artificial gravity within the underwater habitats. Unlike the spinning rings of the abyssal dawn, New Thalassa's subaqueous modules relied on an ingenious system of centrifugal force. Large rotating platforms within the domes simulated gravity by gently pressing colonists against the floors. The rotation rate was carefully controlled to mimic Earth's 1G environment, allowing residents to walk, work, and even engage in recreational sports with a natural sense of balance. Over time, subtle adjustments to these systems were made to accommodate the gradual physiological changes induced by long-term exposure to Titan's low gravity. Energy generation was another area of intense innovation. The colony's hybrid power system drew on nuclear fusion reactors, geothermal energy from subsurface heat sources, and chemical converters that harnessed the abundant methane. This redundant, multimodal energy grid ensured that even in the event of a single system failure, life support and essential services remained uninterrupted. Engineers designed these systems with a level of robustness that was unmatched by any terrestrial power plant, reflecting humanity's commitment to survival on a world that offered little mercy. Communications between New Thalassa and Earth presented unique challenges. The vast distance, over 1.2 billion kilometers, meant that messages took more than 80 minutes to traverse the void in one direction. To counteract the isolation, the colony established a network of high-bandwidth quantum communication relays, ensuring near real-time connectivity with Earth's research centers and command headquarters. Despite the inherent delay, the link between home and colony remained unbroken, providing a vital psychological anchor for the pioneers far from Earth. The Titanian environment was as hostile as it was wondrous. The thick orange haze obscured direct sunlight, while the temperature remained frigid. To adapt, the colonists developed advanced thermal insulation and adaptive bioreactive coatings for their structures, materials that changed properties in response to the ambient temperature, thereby conserving energy and protecting inhabitants from thermal shocks. In one pioneering experiment, a team of chemists and material scientists developed a smart hull that could self-repair microfractures caused by the harsh chemical interactions with Titan's hydrocarbon seas. In parallel, biologists made astonishing discoveries. In controlled studies within the underwater laboratories, researchers observed that Titan's microbial life was capable of metabolizing complex organic compounds, converting them into energy in ways that defied conventional Earth-based biochemistry. These extremophiles, thriving in a chemically rich yet physically extreme environment, provided new insights into the potential for life in the universe. Their unique enzymes and metabolic pathways opened up possibilities for novel biotechnologies, applications ranging from waste recycling to the synthesis of advanced pharmaceuticals. Every discovery further deepened the colonists' resolve. Each breakthrough in understanding Titan's natural processes also offered practical applications to improve life in New Thalassa. Whether it was the development of new resilient crops or the design of energy-efficient submersible vehicles, the scientific community worked tirelessly, fueled by the conviction that their work was not only about survival, but about redefining what it meant to be human in an alien landscape. As the colony matured, the social fabric of New Thalassa began to mirror the diversity and complexity of a full-fledged civilization. A new generation of Titan-born citizens, affectionately known as Titanites, began to emerge. These children, born in the pressurized domes and nurtured in the embrace of an environment that was both Earth-like and utterly alien, exhibited traits that blended human ingenuity with the subtle influences of Titan's environment. Their skin was slightly paler, their eyes adapted to low light, and their cultural expressions carried an unmistakable blend of nostalgia for Earth and wonder at their new home. Public spaces within the colony evolved into hubs of creativity and community. Multi-level atriums lit by the soft bioluminescence of engineered flora became gathering spots where citizens exchanged ideas, celebrated festivals, and engaged in civic debates. The colony's leaders, elected by popular vote and guided by a council of scientists and elders, established a constitution that enshrined principles of sustainability, communal responsibility, and the perpetual pursuit of knowledge. These governance structures were designed not only to manage daily affairs but to inspire confidence that the colony would flourish for generations to come. Rituals and traditions also took root. The Ceremony of the Deep, held annually to honor the first descent of the Nereid submersibles into Kraken Mare, became a cornerstone of Titanite identity. During this solemn observance, citizens gathered in the central dome, where holographic displays reenacted the historic dives and recounted tales of heroism, sacrifice, and discovery. Each story was a reminder that the journey to colonize Titan was not merely a technological achievement, it was a testament to humanity's indomitable spirit. Looking to the future, the leaders of New Thalassa envisioned an ever-expanding network of colonies along Titan's shores and beneath its waves. Plans were drawn to construct secondary outposts on smaller lakes, and even beneath the surface of Kraken Mare itself. These underwater settlements would be connected by pressurized transit corridors, enabling seamless movement between communities. The long-term goal was not simply survival, but the creation of a thriving, interconnected society that could serve as a model for extraterrestrial colonization throughout the solar system. Efforts were also underway to further adapt human biology to Titan's conditions. Geneticists collaborated with bioengineers to develop therapies that enhanced resistance to extreme cold and low-light conditions. Although controversial at first, these modifications were gradually embraced as a necessary step in ensuring the health and longevity of future Titanites. Over time, subtle genetic shifts were observed, and debates arose regarding the nature of human evolution in a world so radically different from Earth. Some saw it as the natural progression of humanity, while others regarded it with a mix of awe and trepidation. In educational institutions, courses on Titan adaptation became a staple of the curriculum. Students learned about the challenges and opportunities of living in an environment with an unconventional chemistry, a place where life had to adapt to a world of liquid methane, ethane rains, and perpetual twilight. Researchers published groundbreaking studies on the potential for bioengineered symbiosis between human tissues and Titan's native microbes, envisioning a future where the boundaries between biology and technology would blur in the pursuit of survival. As the years passed, New Thalassa recorded numerous milestones that marked its evolution from a fledgling outpost to a self-sustaining colony. The first Titan-born child, christened Astria after the ancient goddess of justice and hope, was celebrated as a symbol of renewal and possibility. Birth records meticulously maintained by the colony's medical teams chronicled a steady increase in population, a gradual yet promising sign that life on Titan was not only sustainable, but destined to thrive. A series of expeditions into Kraken Mare yielded even more astonishing discoveries. In one notable dive, a team led by Dr. Eliana Marquez uncovered an extensive network of underwater hydrothermal vents. These vents, reminiscent of Earth's deep-sea ecosystems, supported unique biological communities and hinted at a complex, interdependent web of life previously unknown to humankind. Samples from these vents provided critical data that informed both the colony's resource management strategies and its broader scientific ambitions. By the 15th year of colonization, New Thalassa had grown into a bustling hub of research, industry, and culture. Underwater laboratories continuously monitored the chemical composition of the surrounding seas, while workshops and fabrication centers produced components for expanding the colony's infrastructure. The local government initiated the Great Expansion Project, a plan to construct a series of modular, interconnected underwater habitats along the northern coast of Kraken Mare. These habitats were designed with flexibility in mind. They could be reconfigured or expanded as the colony's needs evolved over time. Despite the triumphs, the colonists never forgot their origins. The quantum communication relays that bridged the gap between Titan and Earth remained a lifeline, carrying messages, cultural artifacts, and even the digital archives of Earth's long history. Every message from home was a reminder of what had been left behind and what could still be reclaimed, even in the farthest reaches of the solar system. The colonists maintained a tradition of sending memory capsules back to Earth, encrypted data packets containing personal stories, scientific breakthroughs, and artistic creations intended to remind humanity of the shared journey across the stars. In the central atrium of New Thalassa, a towering monument commemorated the mission's inception. Engraved with the names of every pioneer, the monument bore the inscription, "From the depths of Titan's oceans, we rise. From the legacy of Earth, we thrive." This daily reminder spurred citizens to innovate and persevere, no matter the challenges that the alien environment might present. No grand venture is without its setbacks, and the colonization of Titan's oceans was no exception. In the 8th year of the colony, a series of unexpected methane geysers disrupted a major underwater habitat. The geysers, triggered by subsurface tectonic shifts, damaged several modules and temporarily disrupted the water purification system. Emergency crews, equipped with rapid response submersibles, worked around the clock to repair the breaches. The incident underscored the volatile nature of Titan's geology and served as a stark reminder that even the most advanced technologies were at the mercy of nature. Yet, as always, the colonists' resilience shone through. Detailed analyses of the incident led to improvements in habitat design and a reconfiguration of the colony's emergency protocols, ensuring that future challenges could be met with even greater efficiency. In another episode, a mysterious illness affected a small number of colonists. Intensive research led by a dedicated team of xenobiologists and medical specialists eventually traced the cause to a previously unidentified strain of titanian microbial life. Though initially feared to be pathogenic, further study revealed that the microbes, once properly managed, could even be harnessed to enhance the colony's bioreactive systems. The crisis was averted through a combination of quarantine measures, targeted antibiotics, and the rapid development of an immunization protocol. This event not only tested the colony's crisis management skills, but also deepened its understanding of the delicate balance between human life and Titan's indigenous biology. Now, as New Thalassa enters its third decade, the colony stands as a beacon of human ingenuity and perseverance. The once remote outpost has blossomed into a vibrant society with its own identity, a fusion of Earth's traditions and the innovations born of necessity in an alien world. Plans for the next phase of colonization are already underway. Visionaries propose the construction of floating bioship cities that will roam Kraken Mare, seeking out optimal sites for resource extraction and scientific study. Other proposals envision the terraforming of Titan's peripheral regions, using controlled energy releases to gradually warm the surface and transform vast tracts of hydrocarbon seas into habitable expanses. One such initiative, dubbed Project Aurora, aims to deploy a series of orbital mirrors to reflect additional sunlight onto designated areas of Titan's surface. The increased light and heat, carefully regulated to avoid destabilizing the delicate environmental equilibrium, would foster the growth of specially engineered phototrophic organisms. These organisms, in turn, could generate oxygen and create microclimates capable of supporting more conventional Earth-based agriculture. Though the challenges are immense, every new project is embraced as an opportunity to further bridge the gap between two worlds. As the sun of Saturn glimmers faintly in the distant heavens, New Thalassa continues its steady evolution. In the quiet hours before each artificial dawn, citizens gaze out upon the endless, undulating expanse of Kraken Mare, a reminder that the future is as deep and mysterious as the oceans they now call home. The colonists have not only built a refuge in one of the most extreme environments in the solar system, but they have also sown the seeds of a new civilization, one that is as resilient as it is innovative. In the great ledger of human history, the year 2125 will be remembered as the moment when fear gave way to hope, when the spirit of exploration transformed into a tangible reality beneath an alien sky. The story of Titan's oceans is still being written, with every passing day adding a new chapter to the legacy of those who dared to dream. Here, in the quiet depths of a methane sea, humanity has found not just survival, but a profound reawakening, a rebirth of civilization forged in the crucible of an extraordinary world. From the bustling corridors of New Thalassa to the mysterious depths of Kraken Mare, every heartbeat echoes the promise of tomorrow. The colonists of Titan are not merely inhabitants of a distant moon, they are the pioneers of a new era, carrying within them the indomitable will to explore, adapt, and flourish. Their journey is a testament to the boundless creativity of the human spirit, a spirit that, even when cast adrift among the stars, continues to find new ways to illuminate the darkness. As Project Thalassa evolves into a vibrant tapestry of science, culture, and communal purpose, the legacy of 2125 stands as a tribute to the courage of those who dared to imagine a world beyond Earth. A world where the oceans of Titan became a crucible for transformation, a stage upon which the drama of human destiny unfolded in a symphony of hope and wonder.